What's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another ball review. Today we're going to look at the new release by Roto Grip, the TNT Infused. It features the etrax plus hybrid cover stock compared to where the original TNT that was released earlier this year was just a solid version of the etrax plus cover stock. And how did I drill this ball? Well, on this one, like I did with the Magic Gem video, we changed my layouts a little bit. We're trying some different stuff. So on this layout, I went 5 by 2 3/4. 5 by 3 3/4 by 2.5 VLS layout. All right, and during this video, I'm going to compare the TNT Infused to the 900 Global Zen Gold label. The cores are kind of similar. The Zen Gold label is going to have a pearl cover. It's going to be a little bit cleaner for me. With the TNT Infused, it's going to be a little more of a hybrid cover with 2 parts pearl, 1 part solid. So they should be very close, and other people are comparing those as well. And later in the video, we're also going to showcase the original TNT just to show the difference of the covers in the solid and the hybrid, since those are the 2 that we have released this year. All right, I'm going to get on the lanes and throw some shots, and we're going to see what's going on. I did have a lesson on this pair before this, so they should be a little bit of transition, but like usual, we're going to start to the right and throw it and see what I get. And that was man, I've been standing for a little bit. That was an absolutely horrible shot. I'm trying to make the ball hook. This ball, the TNT for me was really early and really rolly, kind of more forward. So I'm not sure if this TNT Infused is going to be the same type of motion, or more of a forward motion, but a little bit cleaner because of the hybrid cover. But we're going to get rid of that crap, and we're going to see if I can throw a better shot. I really didn't mess with the cover at all. I scratched it a little bit, but it's still out of box with the React Gloss polish. All right, let me see if I can throw a better shot than that. That was horrible. Just standing around too long. There we go. And a little bit farther right on that one. As you see, even though it was cleaner, it picked up in the mid lane and it was a little bit forward. So we're going to move a little more left and see if I can get the ball to shape a little bit better. As I'm going, since I didn't scratch this ball up that much, I'm going to scratch it up a little more, try to get more of the React Gloss off of it, and see if I can get the ball to pick up a little bit earlier and be a little bit smoother when it comes from the oil to the dry. And I'm trying different layouts because I really am looking for a certain type of ball motion for some of these. So it's good to match up some of the cores and the covers with different layouts so I can get used to what they look like and how they shape on different house conditions or with the patterns when I go back out on the PBA 50 tour. All right, so I'm moving more left. Let's see how this one shapes. And again, I moved a little more left, was underneath it. It's really rolly, really forward. The TNT was the same way for me. So I'm gonna move more left and try to come around it more, see if I can get it to delay and come off the dry a little bit sharper. So far I've had this ball for like a week or so now. I'm not really sure where I'm gonna use it. I get this, as you can see from the first couple shots, I get a lot of over-under with it because of the polish. But we're gonna throw the gold label here next and then see how much of a difference there are between the 2. All right, one more shot, closer to the second arrow. I'm gonna come around it. Okay, yeah, well, nice. So that one I got a little more left in the oil, came around it, and you can see it's skidding, and when it's hitting the dry, it's not really digging in and hitting the dry the right way and coming off a lot sharper than I expected. So I'm gonna throw the gold label a couple shots and see how much different that ball is. Now the Zen Gold label with this higher pin, I drilled it for longer patterns because I wanted to be earlier and sharper down lane when I get in a little bit of transition. All right, gold label. Last time when I did my video on the gold label, we did at lane 40. That lane's a little bit earlier than 39. 39 has a little bit cleaner in the fronts than 40. See, even that one, it's cleaner, but it's still more forward. So the strength of these cores and the design of the cores, I'm noticing, when they have a bigger amount of core in the center, for my rev rate, they're really forward. There's not a lot of change of direction down lane. So that's why I'm experimenting with different layouts to find out which layouts, if I make them too strong or too weak, they're gonna help me give me the right shapes that I need from the stronger symmetrical balls. I just move a little bit left and throw this gold label again. Yeah, as you can see by this lane, that ball's a little confused too. It's really clean. It's hitting the mid lane, and it's just, there's no change of direction. So with the lesson, there was a 2-hander, so he kind of not messed up the lanes, but he kind of took a lot more oil off the front. But these balls are a lot cleaner. So I'm gonna take a couple seconds, I'm gonna scratch them up and see what that does. Took Abalone pad, I hit both balls with a used 1000 pad, so it could be around 1500, 2000 on the front. I don't want to take too much of the polish off. I still want it to be a little bit polished, because with this little bit stronger if there was a mass bias. A little more placement, it's going to flare a little bit more compared to the one where the mass bias would be if it was on the gold label. So I want to let it shine up a little bit. All right, let's see if I get a better reaction, because that was not very good. Back to the right again, line up the right way. That actually made it more rolly. It almost looks similar to the TNT. I am farther in the dry, so it is going to be earlier and rollier. Let's move left. Make a big move left. Well, not a big move. Make it a little more left, more in between first and second arrow. Come around it a little bit. See if I can get it to shape a little bit. And no messenger love. Oh, that was better. See, I scratched a little bit, so now it's not as clean in the front of the lane where most of the oil is going to be. It is a little bit smoother off the dry. It's actually digging in to the end of the pattern, and when it comes off the dry, it's actually getting to a roll a little bit quicker. I'm going to move even farther left and come around it more and see if I can get it to shape more. What I am noticing about this layout is this is the third time I've used a Pimba if there was a mass bias. The second number, which is going to be more, I used 3 on the Magic Gem, 3 on the Journey, which will be coming up pretty soon, and I used 3 3/4 on this one. Since the balls are flaring more, they're wanting to get into a roll a little bit quicker down lane, where I expected it to be the opposite. If there was a mass bias, I moved it closer to my thumb. I figured they would be quicker off the dry, but I think for my rev rate category, it's the opposite. By moving it closer to my thumb is making the ball delay or a little bit more confused off the dry. So that way when I do scratch them up, they get earlier and they're really more forward, where these other ones have been where they're becoming more quicker off the dry with the different layout. All right, one more time. You get more left, throw it more right, come around it. These newer layouts are really helping with hand positions too, because like I said, they're coming off the dry a lot quicker. They're responding to the dry a lot quicker, I should say. Yeah, come around now a lot more. That's why I love house shots. All right, now I'm going to throw the gold label and see how much different that is. Last time I threw it, my movement in the oil was a little confused. When I was in the dry, it was really forward. With the higher pin, it is going to want to pick up quicker. So let's see. Yeah, it's not seeing anything. This photo's, it's not doing a very good job trying to sell these bowling balls, but this ball reaction. All right, let's try it one more time out there. I'm going to throw it a little slower, a little more to the right. Do have a little more oil on my ball though. Might have been too far left with this one. This ball is really clean. It's a weaker pearl cover. It's 901 blend. Yep, still the same thing. Even though I scratched it up, that was probably the best shot of the whole game. So, of the video so far. That's what I want to see. Get a little bit through the fronts, pick up the mid lane, be nice and round. That was a little more forward than I would want. So let me try to throw the TNT as good as I just threw that one and see if I get the same reaction. I'm not doing this ball any justice right now. Not really. I'm not sure if maybe really not sure. Maybe this core really doesn't match up with me in my game, or I just haven't found the right layout to get it where I'm comfortable with. TNT Infused, a little more to the right like I threw the gold label. And let's see if I get that same reaction. Still the same thing. This is why I don't like ball on a house shot. I get so much over, this, that, and the other thing. I really don't, not making the balls look very good. Now it's time to move more left and throw it more right. One time, let's just see, go a little slower. Oh, that's really around it. A lot around it, elbow came out. Now you can see where I'm at playing right, they are a lot drier. I'm getting a little over in the front. So I'm going to make a big move left and throw it more right. Slow my speed down, come around a little more. See if I can get the balls to shape, because I did have that lesson in this lane before I did this video. Gotta throw some good shots. Those are all bad. Bad ball reaction. Name of the game these days. Trying to find the best ball reaction. All right, so that was really slow, really around it. Elbow even popped out. But as you can see, that with the cleaner covers, I have to go a lot slower, even though they're stronger symmetricals, and really get the ball in the dry to make it shape the right way. All right, let's try that one more time. We'll move even more left. Still go slow, still come around it. Try to get on the lane a lot earlier. All right, keep my elbow in this time. Just like that. See, as you see, being in Florida, the front of the lanes really blow up really easily. We don't have a lot of head oil here in Florida. And I had that lesson, two-hander, bowled like 7 or 8 games. So the fronts are really trying to go towards the right. So now that I got farther left and came around it a lot more and rolled it a little slower, now the ball's shaping right. I'm gonna throw the gold label in there now and see if there's a difference. Now this ball is cleaner. I think this cover, this 901 blend is a little bit weaker than the etrax plus hybrid, but I'm not sure. But I'll just throw the gold, I'm gonna throw the gold label and we'll see. All right, slow, come around it, give it a little bit of shape, give it a time to react when it comes off the oil into the dry. And see, that same thing. Slow, came around it. Might not have got it far enough right as I wanted to, but that ball's just really forward. That's what I'm having trouble with the Zens. The original Zen, the first one I had, was really good. It hooked a lot. And then the second one I have, it was just really forward and a little bit slower. The Zen sole was pretty good. I really liked it. It could be this layout though, because with the higher 2-inch pin buffer, it's gonna wanna pick up earlier than I really wanted to, because it is clean pearl and it really wants to get down the lane farther. I might have made it a little bit earlier than I want, but like I said, I drilled that one for longer patterns, not really for the house shots. All right, we're gonna move more left like I did where I was with the TNT Infused and see if this ball shapes or not. Round it a lot, really slow, and it's just chug-a-lugging. Yeah, it's not, the layout isn't designed for this. It'd be better for longer patterns in transition and stuff. All right, now I'm gonna throw the TNT a couple shots and show you the solid version of this cover with this layout that I have on it compared to the TNT Infused for a few shots. This one's gonna be earlier and really rolly. Let it shine up a little bit so it is a little bit quicker for a solid. I'm not gonna move as far, right? I'm gonna throw it in between first and second arrow. And even though it's a stronger solid, the etrax solid, it was clean through the front because I let it shine up, but in the mid lane it was picking up and it's just forward, really forward. So now I'm going to try to come around it and see the difference. I know everybody wants to see strikes and strikes and strikes. Well, it ain't happening on this video. Now this ball should be really slow and really forward. It might not even make it to the pocket, but we're going to see. Oh, no messenger left. So it is the same as that TNT Infused being the solid. It's wanting to cut, get off the oil, get in the dry, but it's really forward and a little bit slow. So now I'm really gonna test the limits. Now we're gonna move far left for this TNT and see how far left I can go. In a video, when you want to see a low rev person really banging on it and making the ball hook all over the lane? Hardly ever. All right, let's see, farther left. We're gonna go really slow. Hopefully my elbow won't come out. Really roll it and see if I can get the ball to shake. Like that. Elbow out again. All right, let's see if I can throw a better one. But as you can tell from the regular TNT, it's going to be, if I use that ball, it's going to be, I'm going to play to the right. It's going to be more forward. It's going to be on shorter patterns and stuff. Maybe higher, medium patterns with volume when I have a lot of friction. This TNT Infused, I can get a little left and circle around it and make it come off the dry a little bit better. It is a little bit stronger than well, I should say it's a little bit weaker than that gold label I have right now on this. All right, let's try it again. See if I can throw it better though. Really come around it, go real slow. Came around that one a lot. You can see it got through there. It pushed a little bit farther because I threw it so far right. But then it was not very sharp coming off the dry. It was very, very slow still. So one more time, see if I can get it to really come off the dry right. That's why I don't like house shots. It's a little bit too much volume for me to get left to right. I like to stay to the right and play in the dry a little bit more. And just maybe ball down. Oh, that's left. That was so far left, and you can see it didn't even skid down lane. It skidded for a little bit, then it was picking up right about the arrows, and then it wanted to hook. So for me on the house shots, it's hard to use these balls on house because they are so strong, which is crazy. If we use a little bit more oil, I might be able to get some use out of them. But I'm basically going to use them on patterns. All right, one more time. Let's wrap this up. That last shot was a turd. And even like that, even I got slow, a little bit straighter with it, and it still wanted to be early and really forward. So I don't know. I don't know if this, for us low rev rate guys, I don't know if this one really matches up to maybe bowling on house unless you have a lot more volume and a lot more friction down lane. Unfortunately here we have more friction in the front and in the mid lane rather than down the lane. I don't know, maybe if I was a two-hander I'd get better ball reaction. Kind of like that. It's amazing when you get two two-handed, but the shape of the ball is a little bit different. Let's see if I can throw that one a little bit better. For me, I mean, my recommendation, what I've seen so far with this ball, if you're more of a higher red player, this ball is probably gonna be better for you. Where the Zen Gold label is a little more, what I like to see with a strong symmetrical, has a pearl weaker cover. This one might be a little too strong for league, or where I might use more like a phase 5 instead of this one. It has that weaker cover even, and the core is just a little bit, might be slightly weaker. Two-handed, let's see, one more time. Yep. All right, enough playing around. One more time, we'll wrap this up. Yeah, lane's just really dry. That was a better shot. Getting down there, pick it up in the mid lane, it's just really, really slow it down too fast to get up to the pocket. My last one, I'm gonna go slow, I'm gonna come around it. Even that one, slower, coming around it. You can see this lane's a little too dry for that ball. All right, and thanks guys for tuning in. That was my video ball review of the new Roto Grip TNT Infused. Make sure you take that time to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that bell for notifications so you know when my content hits the internet. All right, next up will be the Storm Journey, the Bellbow collaboration. I'm looking forward to that one. I have a new layout on that one as well. All right, until then, peace out.